Ryan was the student teachers called gifted. He could grasp complex concepts in minutes while his classmates were still on the first page. But this ease of understanding created a dangerous blind spot. He wanted to be a doctor, a goal that requires years of grueling focus. But Ryan assumed his high IQ acted as a shortcut. He believed that if you were smart enough, the actual labor of studying was secondary. His brain worked like a high-speed processor with too many tabs open. He'd open a textbook, but his hand would drift to his phone. A notification led to Facebook, which led to YouTube, burying his medical ambitions under hours of digital noise. "I'll just catch up later," he'd tell himself. For Ryan, later was a convenient fiction, a way to protect his ego while avoiding the discomfort of real work. But intelligence is only potential energy. Without the structure of discipline to release it, that talent remains static, entirely useless when it actually counts. The lack of order was visible everywhere. His desk was buried under half-finished assignments and empty snacks, a physical map of a mind that couldn't stay on a single track for more than 5 minutes. When you lack a system, time doesn't just pass, it disappears. A 10-minute break becomes an hour, the sun sets, and work remains untouched. The scholarship exam forced a confrontation with reality. Sitting in the quiet hall, Ryan realized his natural intuition couldn't help him, had never bothered to store. He watched his peers, the ones he'd considered less talented, filling their booklets with steady, methodical precision. Their discipline had outpaced his intelligence. He failed. The same teachers who used to point to him as a success story now looked away. The shame of that disappointment was far heavier than the difficulty of the study he'd been avoiding. Ryan finally saw the truth. A sharp mind is a liability if it's easily distracted. Without the ability to protect his attention, his intelligence was nothing more than a wasted resource. Ryan went to Coach Miller, a man known for producing athletes with legendary self-control. Miller didn't just train bodies. He specialized in repairing fractured attention. They met on the school playground. Miller wanted Ryan away from the desks and screens, in an environment where the goal was simple and visible. Miller handed him a bow and told him to hit the center of a distant board. Ryan fired, and the arrow sailed harmlessly into the grass, nowhere near the target. Ryan saw trees, the field, the board. Processing the entire horizon, his energy bled out everywhere. Focus is ignoring 99% of the world. To hit your target, gather all scattered thoughts and force them into one single point. To get there, Miller gave Ryan 4 specific rules. It wasn't advice, it was a protocol designed to break the habits of a lifetime. Rule 1 is to control your thoughts. When your mind tries to drift toward a daydream or a worry, you don't follow it. You label it a distraction and immediately drag your attention back to the work in front of you. Rule 2, create a routine. Schedule your study time. Blocking your day removes constant decisions. Rule 3, kill distractions. Your phone and apps must be unreachable. You cannot fight engineer distraction with willpower alone. You must eliminate it entirely. Rule 4, practice daily. You don't build focus in a single afternoon. You build it through the compounding effect of showing up every day, even when it's uncomfortable. Ryan realized that high-level concentration isn't a gift you're born with. It's a system you build and maintain. The first week was grueling. Sitting in a silent room without a phone felt like a physical weight. His brain, addicted to quick hits of information, struggled to stay on a single page of text. But he didn't break the protocol. Minutes turned into hours. The discomfort vanished, replaced by the clarity of deep, uninterrupted study. The wild horse of his mind had finally been tamed. The discipline that felt so restrictive at first had become his greatest tool, allowing him to finally use the intelligence he'd always had. When the next exam came, Ryan was a different person. He didn't look at the other students or the clock. He sat down and applied the same narrow focus he'd practiced for months. He was the archer. The world around him blurred into nothingness, leaving only the goal in sharp, high-definition focus. He didn't just pass, he took first place. Standing on stage to receive his scholarship, he realized this victory wasn't a result of being smarter than his peers. He remembered Miller's lesson: an untrained mind is a burden that will lead you to failure. But a disciplined mind is a vehicle that will take you exactly where you want to go. Natural talent might open the door, but only discipline gives you the ability to walk through it and stay there. Ryan didn't just win a scholarship, he finally learned how to master himself.